And suddenly Kyrie Irving is now, well, is he available? He doesn't have any control over this. He wants to be traded. Whether or not the Cavs actually follow through, they don't have to. But it's obviously an ugly situation. The Knicks are one of the teams that reportedly he would come to, although it sounds like the Spurs and teams like that are higher on the list. But it's also, again, the best offer the Cavs get is the one that they'll take because he doesn't control where he goes. Still, they're in the conversation. We thought this would be a rebuild, trade Melo to Rockets, and then your full rebuild, full-time for all that stuff. But now Kyrie Irving suddenly in the conversation. Is the rebuild over? Do we just go for it? Is this another Melo deal where you give up, let's give up Ntilikina, future first-rounders, all that stuff, just to get this guy?
I think you got to define go for it. KP's not in the deal, obviously.
Can't be.
No, that's a non-starter.
Can't be.
If it's Melo, Frank, and future first-round draft picks, I think you 100% absolutely you do it. Because, again, the reason why losing or not losing towards the end of last season and putting yourself in a position where you could get maybe possibly Alonzo Ball or a De'Aaron Fox was because this was a draft that was deep as far as the point guard position is concerned. And just like the New York Jets and our insistency of never having a franchise quarterback or the inability to develop a young franchise quarterback, the Knicks have had a hard time getting that transcendent point guard star here. Haven't had one.
Haven't had you could say Charlie Ward, but he wasn't a transcendent point guard.
No.
He just fit the way they played. Mark Jackson.
That was it.
Derek Harper. Like, that's what you got. Derek Harper late in his career, but Mark Jackson out of the draft was the last time they had a point guard.
Your best two point guards were Jason Kidd
and Rod Strickland.
And Derek Fisher, who was actually your coach.
Right. The last two good point guards, Jason Kidd, Pablo Prigioni, Derek Fisher.
So if
one of them was a coach.
So if you look now, what the Knicks are going to try to do here once they get rid of Melo and say they don't get Kyrie Irving is put themselves in a position, because now they have, and Steve Mills mentions this at the press conference, in a position to use their first-round draft picks. And what you'd be using your first-round draft picks on are, hopefully, a point guard.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving's 25 years old. Is there anyone in the next 2-3 drafts?
And signed
for 2 years with the player option for his third year that's going to be as good as Kyrie Irving?